While everyone's panicking about Bitcoin, one token just quietly pumped 12.9% in a single day. And it's part of a financial revolution most people don't even know is happening. Here's what's going on. The CoinDesk 20 index tracks the top cryptocurrencies by market cap. Think of it like the Dow Jones, but for crypto. Yesterday, while the overall index was bleeding red, Uniswap absolutely exploded higher. 12.9% gains, while everything else was tanking. But here's the thing nobody's talking about. Buried in that same index is Stellar, ticker symbol XLM. And Stellar isn't just another random crypto trying to pump. It's part of something way bigger. Something that could completely reshape how money moves around the world. Let me explain. You've probably never heard of ISO 20022. I hadn't either until I went down this rabbit hole. It's basically a new language for banks. A universal messaging system that lets financial institutions talk to each other faster, cheaper, and with way more information than the old system. Right now, when you send money internationally, it can take 3 to 5 days. You pay massive fees, and half the time, you can't even track where your money is. That's because banks are using technology from the 1970s. Seriously, the system is called SWIFT, and it's older than most people watching this video. ISO 20022 is the replacement. And here's where it gets interesting for us. Certain cryptocurrencies were built specifically to work with this new system. Stellar is one of them. So is XRP from Ripple. Algorand, Go, Hedera. These aren't just speculative tokens hoping to moon. They're designed to be the bridges between old money and new money. Think about it like this. You're in California. Your cousin needs money in the Philippines. Today, you use Western Union or a bank wire. You pay $30 to $50 in fees. It takes days. Your cousin loses another chunk when they cash out in pesos. By the time the money arrives, maybe 70 or 80% of what you sent actually gets there. With ISO 20022 compliant systems, that same transfer could happen in seconds. Cost you pennies. And your cousin gets exactly what you sent. This isn't science fiction. This is what these tokens are being built to do right now. So why did Uniswap pump while Stellar stayed quiet? Because markets are irrational in the short term. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. It's sexy. It's got a fi hype. People understand buying and selling. But the real money, the generational wealth, that's being built in the infrastructure. The boring stuff nobody's paying attention to. Major banks are already testing these systems. IBM partnered with Stellar years ago. Countries are exploring how to use these networks for cross-border payments. The European Central Bank is watching. The Federal Reserve is watching. This isn't crypto trying to replace banks. This is crypto working with banks to upgrade the entire financial system. And here's what most people miss. When this system fully rolls out, trillions of dollars will need to flow through these networks. Not millions, trillions. The tokens that power these networks will need to have enough liquidity to handle that volume. Basic supply and demand says those token prices have to go up. Now, I'm not saying run out and buy Stellar right now. Markets are volatile. We could see more downside before things turn around. But if you're building a long-term portfolio, ignoring ISO 20022 tokens is like ignoring the internet in 1995. So what should you watch? First, keep an eye on regulatory clarity. The SEC has been brutal to crypto, but ISO-compliant tokens might get special treatment because they're working with the system, not against it. Second, watch for more bank partnerships. Every time a major institution announces they're testing these networks, that's a signal. Third, track adoption metrics. How many transactions are actually happening on these networks? Numbers don't lie. The Uniswap pump is cool, but it's noise. The real story is what's being built in the background while everyone's distracted by price action. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. But if you want to understand where money is actually heading, you need to understand ISO 20022. Follow Stack Daily 60 for daily crypto and money tips.